Good morning, it's 8:10. I've woken up feeling pretty stressed and anxious. I kind of always get this feeling on a Sunday because the working week is just about to start and it feels like the last chunk of time that I have to myself where I can get everything that I want to do and everything that I want to work on and my goals and my ambitions, and it feels like a lot of pressure to squeeze in everything in 2 days and a weekend when you're working Monday to Friday. And because I was away in Serbia visiting my family for the last little while, like 10 days, spread over 2 weekends. So when I got back, it was Sunday night, last Sunday night. I got back and then I jumped straight into work Monday to Friday. And then yesterday, obviously, was Saturday, and I had some plans on Saturday. I just find it really annoying in Germany. I'm just going to have a little rant about this because the shops are only open on Saturday at the weekend. Obviously, Sunday is like day of rest, they're closed. But when you're working the whole week, if you spend Saturday like with friends or with family wandering around, enjoying, soaking up the atmosphere, then it gets to Sunday, you haven't done any of your chores and all the shops are closed. And then I just feel stressed and anxious for the week. So jumping in on Monday, like no meal prep, nothing, things that I want to get done around the house, I haven't got the stuff. Look who it is. Someone's heard me talking and they want their breakfast. Come here. Come. Oh, morning cuddles. He's going to want his breakfast now, so I'm going to be interrupted. Okay. I'll just feed this boy and get right back. Yesterday I didn't eat quite like how I would want to, let's say. I did have a big slice of lasagna for breakfast, and I do like having leftover dinner for breakfast for like high satiety levels, like high protein, and I could totally eat dinner for breakfast every day. It's just about the effort of whether I have it stocked in the fridge or not, and whether I can be bothered to make it. Obviously good for blood sugar levels, and I do struggle with PCOS and insulin resistance, so I should be eating more protein in the morning. And so that was like relatively okay, although it was like gluten pasta and very heavy on dairy and cheese, and I had it like the last 2 days, and I don't know if that had an effect, but my gut was really struggling the last couple of days when I eat really heavy foods or like over-indulge, let's say. So yesterday we were at a little first birthday party of my baby cousin. So that was really sweet, but yeah, obviously I had like delicious Guinness cake, my favourite, and then we were out all day exploring another neighbourhood. I'm not going to say a new neighbourhood because I lived here for so long, but like we spend so much time in our own neighbourhood that when I go somewhere else, even though it's only like 20 minutes away, or it just feels like another world and like I'm on holiday again. So I really need to push myself to get out of my neighbourhood more. It's definitely a thing that you can just get sort of sucked into your keeps and never leave. So exploring, and like had like nice drinks. Well, I had like alcohol-free gin and tonic and alcohol-free sparkling champagne, as I'm not drinking at the moment, but then obviously it's like quite sugary as well, and I was trying to avoid sugar. But anyway, this is where the perfectionist tendencies come in, whereby I start adding things up, like, okay, this decision is slightly better, however it has this as well, which isn't good. And like in an ideal world, for my brain to feel completely satisfied and happy with itself, I would be eating, drinking, living, moving, sleeping, interacting in like the best possible way for my health, for my well-being, constantly, which is really hard going in today's world. Because I'm studying nutrition, a diploma to become a nutritional therapist, I feel like I've gained a lot of knowledge of like the best possible way you could live. I mean, obviously there's different opinions floating around. That's what I struggle with as well, is that you read one thing, they say this, you read another thing, they say that, and I'm like, okay, this is the best. But then I'm just like quite gullible, I feel like, and if I read something somewhere, it scares me, and I'm like, okay, I have to live like that 100%. just not possible. So maybe that gives a little context as well. It's like how my brain works. So I made some decisions, not drinking alcohol, which were good, but then ended up eating a lot more sugar. And then it got to the end of the day, we hadn't eaten. I realised that we hadn't done our food shop. I was meant to do it in the morning, but I slept in because I slept terribly because of my bad stomach. So yeah, I was just like really behind. And so I also had the dog, so which means I can't go into supermarkets. That's another thing. Like having a dog makes it really tricky because you're out actually all the time walking, and these kind of opportunities are perfect to like pick up something from the supermarket. Yet I can't go in, and he's so tiny and cute. Oh, wish you could see him now. So cute. Oh, such a perfectly cocooned. Yeah, can you imagine me leaving him outside a supermarket with strangers in the outside world? Someone's going to take him. Also, he makes friends with anyone, so that's what I'm more worried about. Not about him running away and like him not coming back to me, but him running away and finding a new family and then being like, oh, this poor little cute dog needs a home. Exactly the same way how we found him. So I'm never leaving him outside the supermarket ever. So in the evening when we got home, my fiance jumped into the supermarkets and we just decided, like, rather than a takeaway, we need to go to the supermarket anyway, we'll just get like a frozen something to put in the oven. So we ended up getting frozen pizza, and it was really late by that point. So last night I had frozen pizza, I'd had cake, I'd had all these sugary drinks, I'd had a huge lasagna for breakfast. My tummy also still wasn't feeling good today. And I just feel like I need a reset. I woke up this morning just feeling like I need like hydration, and lemon I was craving, and I don't have any lemons because I haven't been shopping. So I made this fennel tea. I actually can't remember all the other ingredients. That's the other thing, I haven't been doing my German lessons, so can't even remember what these things are. It feels like everywhere I look there's an opportunity to like beat myself up about something that I haven't quite got on top of. Clingy dog. I am actually part of a community garden, and I have been for I'd say over a year and a half, maybe nearly 2 years. And I had the opportunity for a plot of land there, but it just felt so overwhelming when it came about because I also got my new job at that point, and the thought of looking after, I think it was like nearly 200 meters square plot of land, and there was lots of rules and regulations about what you had to plant, and it ended up being quite expensive when you took into account like all the trees and plants and shrubs and everything you had to buy. I ended up saying no, I can't commit, but I've been paying this membership fee to be part of this community garden for this whole time, and it's been in the back of my head, playing in the back of my mind, like I need to either get involved or cancel this membership, otherwise it's pointless and you save money. And it kind of came about in my head. I was like, right, I need to get involved so that I can get some free, well, not free, subsidized, let's say, organic produce, like vegetables, and also like improve my German and get involved. And it's like a really nice idea. It's a really nice project. So I got back into that. And today I have planned ahead. I'm meeting a lady there, an older lady. Like I feel like I have to respect her timings way more, and it's just like, yeah, I guess I haven't really hung out with older people here in Germany, but I feel like obviously there's a level of respect that I would show to like my own grandparents. So I'm going there for 1:00, and she had told me like if you have any seeds or plants that you want to plant, you know, it's a community garden, but I could have my own little box if I wanted to. And yesterday would have been my chance to get all that ready, and guess what? Of course, I have not done that. And now it's Sunday, can't buy anything. And I've just sort of decided to myself, whatever I can do is going to be enough. Like ideally, I would have my own box and I would be growing my own things. But I think at this point, I'm just having to let go a bit and just think, okay, whatever I can manage to do, I'll just like help whatever they're doing with the community garden. If I do end up getting a few herbs here and there, that's going to have to be the best I can do, because realistically, the time that I have at the moment is so minimal that even going for a few hours at the weekend feels like a mammoth chunk of time that I'm devoting to this, considering everything else I have to do. And I actually do need to take him out now for his morning poop and pee, so I also need to be wary of that. See, my time is pulled. I don't know how people do it with kids, and also how I'm going to be able to do it with kids when I'm struggling at the moment without them. But I have a full-time job. I'm just hitting my year anniversary, and it is really full on. And I am studying for this nutrition course as well, and I'm having to kind of watch a lot of productivity videos of like how I can manage my time, and I am blocking my calendar, and but that can obviously feel like not enjoyable when like your whole week is planned way in ahead, and sometimes you just feel like doing nothing. I have this morning to myself, and that's why I said to go to the garden at 1 p.m. So I have this morning, and I feel like it's maybe a good opportunity for me to feel a little bit more on track, do some things for myself to feel better in balance. And I'm gonna hopefully do some stretching, have a easy breakfast, do my studying, so I need to definitely do some work on my assignment. I did take out some chicken from the freezer last night, I thankfully remembered. That is nice and bio and on discount. You know, this is what I have to do, like just grab something on the go and then put it in the freezer even though it's gonna go off, you know. Like I just feel like even small things like cooking and cleaning and sleeping and like just the general things of being a human, these general things you have to do, I find them actually quite stressful to fit in. I think life could just be getting up, looking after yourself, eating, cooking, foraging, let's say, getting all the domestic things, I think, take up so much of your time. How do you also fit in a full-time job when you're exerting so much to an external company that doesn't personally add or nourish your personal life? It's just, yeah, for me it's funding my life. So motivation is finances with that. So welcome to my Sunday. I think filming this will help me personally. It'll give me more motivation to do the things I want to do, and I just want to be a bit more real and flexible and easygoing. And I want to film because I love filming and I love editing videos. However, I feel like what stops me is that I feel like it has to be perfect. And I think it's better now to just crack on with the best I can do. And that is this messy room that I also need to clean. I'm gonna do a porridge, which although I know is not the best protein wise, I just feel like I need some easy digestion, and porridge tends to not bother me at all. And good fibre, I need some fibre. So I'm gonna add an egg, some yogurt, I'm gonna make it cacao with some wild blueberries and chia, and then add some of the propolis that I brought from Serbia. I always get. Oh my god! See, this is what I am contending with. Partner doesn't feel exactly the same as I do about food, but I guess good to have something. Maybe something in the freezer, and this is what I'm trying to deal with, is like letting go and occasionally eating something like this and not beating myself up about it if there's nothing else in the fridge. But like I said, today we have this chicken, bio, on discount, so affordable. So I have to pick my battles, really. Anyway, got distracted. Was looking for the white blueberries. Ah, there they are. Beautiful.
You go today, and if you enjoy it, you keep it up, but you don't have to feel under any pressure to keep going. Like you make the whole thing sound like a chore, like, oh, you have to go this much, and you don't want to let this woman down, and blah blah blah. I'm like, what? Who is this for?
I want the vegetables at the end, and I do enjoy it when I'm doing it. I started nitpicking on my partner's habits And I realised that because I'm feeling out of control with my own life, that I'm starting to project onto him. That's the word, projecting. So I apologised and made him aware that I'm conscious of what I'm doing. I don't like how I'm being, but I can't help it, and he thinks I'm also putting too much pressure on myself by trying to do everything. I need to go, it takes me ages to leave the house. I'm always running late. Even things like cleaning my Brita filter, like it's on my to-do list and I just haven't done it, and it takes me ages to get round to it, and then I'm just drinking tap water and I'm like, oh, I should be drinking filtered water. Like this is actually like a big deal to me. I don't know, I'm stressing about washing this and getting the new filter in. Ugh. So I just kind of want to get this done before I go. And like ideally I would have one of these filtration systems under the sink, but that's expensive and never gonna happen, so this glass Brita filter is kind of the best I can do. So today I'm gonna get rid of all the weeds around the plant. There's the plant. Here as well. Oregano, these are all oregano. And here I need to smell and make sure that the ones with the scent I'm gonna keep, and the ones that don't I'm gonna take out. Apfelminze and citron and melissa. Update, approaching evening time. It's 7:30 p.m. and I managed to write like 650 words, which although I didn't finish like the entire essay, it's better than nothing, and that's going to be my mantra. Like anything I do is better than nothing, so just feel satisfied with that. I've had my nice dinner. I do have some chocolate cake, some amazing Guinness cake, that is my absolute favourite, leftover birthday cake, so I'm gonna enjoy that and repeat to myself, balance, it's fine, enjoy it. And you can see laundry is folded. Haven't quite yet got around to cleaning the bathroom, but I'm gonna take it easy now. I will do it. I will clean the bathroom before I go to bed and take a nice bath. So all in all, okay. Like I was feeling really anxious early in the day, but then the more I did get done, the better I started to feel. Yeah, it was just like jitters in the morning. I don't know if I have any conclusions, but let me show you this cake. It's a bit messy from being in tin foil, but yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this, watch some YouTube, and feel better about the start of my week than I did earlier this morning. Tomorrow I've got some friends coming over, we're going to co-work, so I actually cancelled on them because I was meant to see them over the weekend, but I just felt so overwhelmed with like everything I had to do, and in the end we sort of compromised and made a plan tomorrow that they come over and co-work, so I might just have to do that more, like kind of combine more work and play to balance it all and squeeze it all in. it's kind of a good way of doing it, work and socialise. So that should be fun. Also, quick note, if you like my videos, can you actually like them? And obviously subscribe, all of that jazz. Got my chia yogurt breakfast in the sun. Perfect. So guess who spent the whole morning frantically trying to clean the house in between work meetings, hoovering, cleaning the bathroom, kitchen, only for their friends to cancel 5 minutes before they were due to arrive? Me. And I feel like this was like some sort of lesson, because I had already texted my friends the night before saying like, hey, you know, so welcome to come over, but I haven't cleaned my house, like got no groceries, like nothing's ready, but like just come over. And then in the morning I was like, okay, like looking around, I need to clean everything up. They were due to come, and to be fair, they had like legit reasons. They were not feeling good at all, and yeah, totally happy for it. But it was just like, like why am I trying to be so perfectionist when in the end it's just like wasteful? It's not necessary. However, in the end, like at least me and my fiance have a nice, beautiful, clean house to start the week with, and like we went grocery shopping, and now I'm feeling all in order and good for my week. But yeah, it just felt like a little lesson, but I almost could have predicted that, like, yeah. So hopefully my lesson is learned, and I will move onwards into my life, not being so fixated on certain things and realising that it's not so important, all the little things I'm focusing on, and just, yeah, tunnel visioning on. Here's to being more go with the flow, laid back, easy breezy, harder said than done. Easier said than done. You know where to find me, and take care, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.